G'day guys, good afternoon, I should say. Firstly, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are, whenever you are. Welcome to a new Breakout Solutions live stream here with you in live in Ubud in Bali. I've got my little cooling towel around my neck. I'm here with the team, currently getting ready to do a presentation at the outpost here in Ubud, Bali. So if you're watching this and you happen to be in Bali, then please do come along to the workshop we're doing this evening. It's at 5 p.m., which is in 2 hours time from now. And we'd love to see you if you are in Bali. So I am working on my laptop. So yes, you can currently see my screen, but we're going to jump straight into the Bitcoin chart. We can see that basically over the last 24 hours, Bitcoin has decided to pull back. It still does not have enough strength to break out from this sideways consolidation that we've been in for quite some time now. So all the way back on the 18th of March, we've just basically been trading between 26,500 and 31,000. Now, a few people, I'm sure if you're someone who likes to look at other people's technical analysis, you're probably seeing people talking about this descending wedge, this head and shoulders that didn't end up playing out, but possibly could still play out, etc., etc. I still favor the upside in Bitcoin, but we might sort of have a bit of a swing down to these lows in the short term before bouncing up, because as you can see, this zone is ripe with liquidity. So a lot of people are happy to buy Bitcoin at these prices. And a lot of people are happy to sell Bitcoin just above 28,000. So right now, we are sort of still in this consolidation mode and bouncing between the 50 and the 100-day moving averages. These are just the simple moving averages, not the exponential moving averages. So you can see that these two moving averages are coming closer together. The price is sort of bouncing around through them. So we are going to get some resolution very soon, very, very soon. If we look at another important factor, it's the Bollinger Bands, and this is how you know when big moves are coming. Let me remove some of these other indicators. So on the weekly scale, we can see that the Bollinger Band width percentile, meaning how far apart the Bollinger Bands are, is coming to the low side. So when we come down here, means the Bollinger Bands are consolidating, getting ready for another sort of big move. Unfortunately, they don't tell you what direction the big move is going. I personally have a bias to the upside before we, come down any lower to, the $20,000 mark. I think if we do come down, worst case for me right now is about $25,000, which is right here, because we had a lot of action. It was support back in 2022, resistance, and it would only make sense that we're going to bounce from here if we do see a bit of a quick liquidation wick from all the longs, and then we'll get a quick buy back. So that's what I'm currently looking at. If we throw on the exponential moving averages on the weekly, we can see that we recently just had the 20 crossing over the 50, which is a golden cross. So we could even get some support on the way down if we do break down to 25,000. I suspect 26,000, not only being a round number, but also where you can see the two moving averages crossing over to keep us above the bull market support band. So the bull market support band is created by the 20 and the 50, and as long as the price action remains above that 20 and 50, we're in bull mode. All right, so we could still take another week or so, maybe even longer, in just this really boring price action. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about that. So if you have been paying attention, you probably know things are quite slow. But when things are quite slow, there's opportunities in other aspects of the market, such as the altcoins. Many altcoins have done really well over the last week or so against Bitcoin's pairing. So there are some options for you to look at if you like to trade or you want to get your feet wet because you think Bitcoin is a bit boring. Head over to the altcoins and start doing some technical analysis on there. All right, if I do jump into a couple of my other indicators, let's go the invite only, market cipher B. We'll go my favorites, we'll go the stochastic RSI. All right, so on market cipher B, on the weekly, we're still in the red money flow. The VWAP has decided to turn down, and the moving averages in the stochastic look like they still want to continue a little bit lower into the oversold territory. So this is why now I do think that maybe we do retest that $25,000 level before obviously turning up. And because it's taken us so long to sort of get here, I don't feel that we have much of a sell-off to go, because the stochastic are quite low, which means there's not a whole lot left for the bears to sell off if they do want to push the price down. If we go to the daily, we can see that the stochastic RSI is making a little head and shoulders pattern. Where's my little drawing? There it is. Okay, you can see the stochastic RSI, just like a normal price chart. You can also draw patterns on any other indicator, and this one's creating a bit of a head and shoulders pattern. Probably by the end of the week, we'll get that resolution, allowing the moving averages to reset down the oversold territory and hopefully primed to follow the weekly and move to the upside. There is mixed information on the lower time frames. We are getting the money flow on the 4 hour looking like it wants to make or turn down to the red money flow, which would obviously increase the selling. The stochastic RSIs are pointed right down, so we'll probably get a reversal in this RSI later this evening, not in the next 4 hours, but maybe in 8 hours time. So we will probably come down to the value area low, which we already are at, but we'll probably just hang out in this value area low right here. Okay, we'll probably just hang out in this value area low like what we did a couple of days ago right here, okay, where we can hang out, just hold that support and then continue bouncing between 26,600 and 27,500. So unfortunately, really boring. But when Bitcoin is boring, that's when I said at the start of the stream there is potential in the altcoins. Let me just check if we've got any questions in our comments. No, we don't. So I can keep moving forward. So right now, as I said, it's still going to be boring, but I think for another week or so, I would have thought there would have been some resolution by now, but we haven't yet. We haven't had any resolution, and we've basically been trading in this smaller range ever since the 13th of May. So we're coming on to 3 weeks here, and things look like they're going to be continuing sideways for the time being, unfortunately. I think that's all I wanted to cover. Let me just check a couple of other things if I want to look at. Let's look at the divergence indicator, see if we can find any divergences. So the divergence indicator looks like a normal RSI, but it actually points out when you're getting any bullish divergences, bearish divergences, hidden bearish divergences, and bullish. Hidden bullish divergences. So right now we don't really have anything going on. The only potential that we could possibly get is if we hold this support right here. From where we are, we would have a hidden bullish divergence because we have a higher high in price, and we have a lower low in the RSI. So this could be a potential hidden bullish divergence if price does maintain here at the $26,700 level, which just means once again we're just going to be going and bouncing up and down between 26.7 and 27.4 for another quite a bit of time. Let's look on the daily, see if we have anything developing on the daily. Okay, so the daily also not a whole lot going on. The only potential that we could see is a natural bullish divergence. So if we create a low in price, so let's just say we hit that $25,000 level, and then we have the RSI staying above that point right there, so doing something like that, that would create a bullish divergence on the daily, which is always quite powerful. You can see the last bullish divergence here. Okay, we had a move from 25,800 to 28,000, so about a $3,000 move. The last hidden bullish divergence, this is a hidden bullish divergence, so I'm not going to count that. That was a hidden bullish divergence. This was the last bullish divergence on the daily, right here. So we create a low in price and a higher high in the stochastic, and you can see that that basically marked the bottom of the bear market, and we never revisited that low. I'm not going to say that if we create a bullish divergence here that we won't revisit the current price action, because I do think that we need to have one more leg up before we come back down. So my thesis on what is going to actually occur, probably hang out here for another bit of time, finally get a resolution to the upside between $33,000 and $38,000 before having finally a larger correction. And that larger correction, depending on where we go, will probably, anywhere between 20 and 25,000. And I will draw a Fibonacci retracement to have some better levels, but because I'm hypothesizing how high up we can possibly go, I can only hypothesize how much lower we can go. But once we do form a high up here, I can give better indication of where I do believe the price will retrace to when we have our second phase of the bear market. Because in history, if you do look at the history of the Bitcoin chart, during the bear market cycle, you tend to have a secondary bear market. So this was a 2018 and 19 bear market. We had the mid bear market rally. We then had a secondary sort of pullback with a black swan event due to COVID, so that crash. If we then look at 2014 right here, 2015-16, I should say. So we had our pump, our secondary lows, a bit of a COVID black swan event, and then obviously the recovery. Okay, so as I said, I think we are trying to, have one more push to the upside, much like here, and then have a larger pullback, and then leading us into the halving, and then the exponential bull market. And then let's see if I can show you one in 2012-13. Okay, it was a little bit different here. So we had this initial high. We then had this bear market sort of rally. That line's a bit too much. Bear market rally, had a decent pullback, and then we kind of did the same thing twice, and then a third time right here. So Bitcoin has been known to, do these bear market rallies, bear market rally pullback, and so forth and so on. So I do think I'm expecting something very similar to play out here. I feel like we haven't yet finished the current pumpage. That's just my personal opinion, of course. It really also depends on what comes out in the news. As of late, if you've been paying attention, if you're in Australia, there are a lot of banks now ceasing deposits and withdrawals from crypto exchanges. So there's a little bit of FUD going on. But you just need to remember that when one door closes, another opportunity opens. And this even works in favors of a lot of banks that are accepting crypto payments. So if certain banks are stopping crypto payments, that's only going to open up the floodgates for those that are accepting it. So there's always a solution to every problem, but you just need to do a little bit of research on who can facilitate your crypto transactions, no matter where you are in the world, because I know what's happening in Australia right now has happened in America as well, with Wells Fargo and a few of the large banks around the world that are scared of what cryptocurrency stands for and want to protect you as retail investors from making poor investments. So guys, I wish I could come to you with some better news, but unfortunately, still very boring. Probably going to be here for another week, I'd say, until we see some of those indicators resetting to the oversold, and then we should finally see that resolution to the upside, which I'm more in favor of. Alrighty, thank you all for watching. Thank you for all being part of today's live stream, coming to you live from Bali. So if you are a Bali resident and you do want to come join us this evening for our presentation at 5 p.m, love for you to join us at the Outpost here in Ubud, Bali. I'll be sure to come to you live on Wednesday, guys, with the altcoin live stream. So please make sure you do attend. And don't forget, we have Wasim's news and update show tomorrow as well. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.